Hi, it's Lon Davis with Walking and Rolling Costumes, and I'm here again today to talk to you about how did we build the Taylor Swift getaway car. So, if you want to know what it looks like in the finished product, here's what we're going to turn all of this into this. Now, before we get started, one of the things that you'll notice is that the wheelchair we are putting this on is not the actual girl's wheelchair that this costume is fitted for. But we're going to use this as a substitute because it's a close match. One of the things that Walking and Rolling Costumes has done is created these 3D printed pieces that go on the front of the wheelchair. Now, they're attached with zip ties, but you can pivot them back and forth. And if you look inside, they have a solid bottom to them, so nothing comes out the bottom here. This is designed for the PVC frame to actually sit down right inside this so that it comes on and off very easily. So the front of the costume has these two pieces. Now the back of the wheelchair will not use these extra pieces that we have attached here. These pieces, grab one. These are actually, in order to make the wheelchair that we are using fit the dimensions of the little girl's wheelchair, we had to build this extra piece. So this is not something, we will send this with the costume just in case they need it. But the idea is that the handlebars typically fit into these holes in the back. And we have created something that just slides down into that and kind of duplicates the same locking mechanism here. So her costume will actually slide down into this the same way that we will have it slide into this. But as you see, these can pivot out as well. So in case the costume is not quite the right size, the family can use these to kind of slightly adjust it and make it fit the wheelchair just right. So that's just what's already on the wheelchair to help us get started. So let's get started with the actual costume. Okay, the first step in the assembly is going to be locating these two pieces that will create the front of the costume. You'll see that they have part of the controls for the dash on the front of them, and they kind of form the front of the shell, basically the frame of the costume. And they are labeled with blue tape, E, F, and G at each joint that attaches. So we have little screw joints that you just put the PVC up to and screw them together. So we'll do this. And once you get all these screwed on, you can take off the blue tape. We're just doing this so that it's easy for the family to know what joint goes to which other joint. Kind of a tab A and slot B kind of thing, except this is E to E, F to F, and G to G. So we'll get these all lined up and put together. Once those are tightened down, we're ready to put this onto the wheelchair. But before we do that, we're going to add the wheels for the front of the car. So let's grab those. The wheels are located right here. And they are also labeled, but not with blue tape. It just so happened that in the alphabet, they came to H and I. And I didn't want to use capital H and capital I because it might, depending upon which way you're going, you don't know which one to use. So I actually put a capital H, lowercase h, and a capital I, lowercase I. So you know which one goes to which. And on this front, there are some white joints here. This one is labeled HH. This wheel is labeled HH, so we are going to slide it right in there and have a little screw that attaches that. So we'll put that in. It's kind of hard to do one-handed here. Just a second. We're going to put the screwdriver in. Oh, drop the screw, of course. That one went in. We're going to grab the screw that I dropped, and we're going to put the other wheel on at the II location. You got to remember where I put the screw hole. It's back here. So we're going to put this one in. And there. We have the wheels on the front of the costume, and we're ready to put it on the wheelchair. Let's get it started. Okay, we've got the wheelchair up here so you can see. We have the front that we built. We're sliding it into those front 3D printed joints. And as you see, it just slides right down, and it's in. That attaches it to the front of the chair. Now, we have the back of the chair, back of the costume. Let's bring it around here. It looks like this. It's got some tailpipes coming out of the back in silver. They are labeled A and B up here, but these two black thin pipe, these are only 1/2-inch pipe. The rest of the frame is in 3/4 inch. So these smaller pipes here and here are going to slide into those joints in the back that I showed earlier. We're going to drop one in one. Other one down. Whoops. My fault. That's part of the other. That's not the costume. That was the extra piece that we had designed. All right. Now that is attached to the back of the costume. So those two pieces look like this. Whoa, let's scoot back. Look like this. And they are labeled BD and AC. So they're going to attach to D and B. So we'll put that one on. And same thing with just the screw joints. Let's pull this together. Bring this back. This also kind of helps bring the whole costume together so it's not sagging. Except I didn't get that one lined up. There we go. Let's try that one again. We're going to put the other side on. Like so. And we're ready for the next step. Let's go. Now, for those of you that don't know, this Taylor Swift costume is actually going to a Taylor Swift concert. So we know that one of the big things about Taylor Swift concerts is the friendship bracelets. So we have about 70 to 90 friendship bracelets filled in these buckets. And some of them are personalized to the family. Some of them are great for giving away. But these are designed to be hidden behind the control panels of the costume. So they have Velcro on the boxes around the front and then one strip on the bottom. These attach right up here in the front. So you can set them in, kind of lock them in place. And then the child can lift up the control panel and reach in to get her friendship bracelets to trade. And they will be hidden by the rest of the costume once that goes in, but it's much easier to put those in now. So let's put the second one in. Goes in on this side. And it is all ready. So now we're ready to put the shell of the getaway car on the costume. So let's start with the back. I want to show you what the back is. This is the back. Has a license plate on it, made specifically for her. It also says "Getaway" on it on the trunk. And the lights do light up. They light up red, like that. So those are her tail lights. And yes, you can cycle through the different colors before they turn off, but they would be her tail lights. So these are attached simply with Velcro. We have Velcro on the inside, 4 strips of Velcro, and there's 4 strips of Velcro on the back here. So we're going to line that up and put that right on the back of the costume. Get it a little higher. There we go. And you want to have this bottom section tucked on top of the exhaust pipes so that they are exposed. But that's about the only thing that you really have to do there. Now we're going to put the front end on. Now the front end looks like this. Looks like the front of the getaway car. And yes, its headlights do work as well. So it has front headlights, it has windshield wipers, and all kinds of details to it. So we're going to slide this onto the front. I'll do it from the back here so that you can see it. But it's the same type of thing. It has Velcro stripes. We're going to put it all the way on. All the way up. And there's even little sections on the side. Oops, where is it? There's a section of Velcro right here that connects here, so you can kind of line it up. There you go. This is kind of curved a little bit. There we go. Now we need the side sections. Basically the doors. They are simple things with a little door handle on it, a little stripe. You'll notice this little section up here in front. That's going to tuck right around this front part of the car. And again, there's Velcro along it, so you can line it up along the side of the car. And then you're going to want to tuck it inside the back of the car. There we go. I'm going to put the other side on now. Same thing. Tuck it inside on the back. Make sure all the Velcro lines up all the way around. And it looks like, starting to look like Taylor Swift's car. All right, the final steps. This goes over kind of to create the windshield, and it even has a little message right there. I don't know if you can see it, but it says, in this car, we listen to Taylor's version. So it's a little hood ornament. So there's a pole right here and one on the other side. And you just insert it into one and bend it down to the other one. And there you go. The last two items, we have the steering wheel. It's a leather-bound steering wheel with lots of glitz and glamour, and of course, Taylor's number 13 in the center. So this will attach exactly where you think it will, right in the center of the dash. But also, we have a speaker that the steering wheel will go through this little loop. And the speaker is already programmed, so if I turn this on, should be able to hear it here. We're going to turn it up. I'm going to put it up to the microphone. Best of times, the worst of crimes. And there you go. It plays what else but the Getaway Car song. So that's going to go in there. We're going to attach that right into the center so that Allison is ready to go. The last few pieces that we have a side mirror that she can attach to the side of her car on the driver's side. Just attaches with a very simple wrap around the PVC and strap it on like that. And then she has two remotes that attach with Velcro on inside the car. And those are, one controls the headlights and one controls the tail lights. So she can use those to change the color at any time. So we'll put those in. Velcroed one on. I'm putting the mirror on the side. And then put the other remote on the other side. And the costume is complete. This is the Taylor Swift Getaway Car costume. We are so excited to finish this one and send it to a little girl who will be going to the Taylor Swift concert and wanted something like this to watch the concert in. So have lots of fun. I hope you enjoyed the concert. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and share our video as often as you can. It helps us get support. And if you'd like to donate to Walkin' and Rollin' Costumes and help more kids like this receive costumes like these for free, please donate to walkinandrollin.org. Thank you very much. Here's some more pictures of the finished costume.